In 2010, Nintendo released this awesome WiiWare game called Through Space. You'd be forgiven for not knowing about Through Space because 1, they also released Metroid and Donkey Kong games in 2010, 2, third parties also released some pretty good Wii games in 2010, and 3, let's be honest, it's freaking WiiWare. So it's with a bit of a caveat that I recommend this game. Yes, KETZAL'S Corridors is a fantastic puzzle game, but it's not the first puzzle game to do this. Through Space did the same thing 2 years earlier, hence the caveat. If you're into puzzle games and you never played Through Space, you need to play KETZAL'S Corridors. But if you have played Through Space, well, the urgency of this KETZAL'S Corridors recommendation is entirely dependent on how much you liked it on WiiWare. And, whether or not you liked Legends of the Hidden Temple. Alright, so now that we've established the similarities, let's be fair to KETZAL'S Corridors. It's actually a better version of Through Space as well. And for newcomers, it's like Tetris, only in 3D and from the perspective of the falling blocks. You control one of those blocks as it moves on rails toward walls. These walls have holes in them. How convenient! The gameplay is uniquely thrilling, and it's a lot more frantic than you might think. As you're moving toward the wall, it's like you can see your doom approaching, so you're always faced with the pressure of, there's the wall, it's coming fast, you better rotate faster. And once you start trying to chain together combos and get fancy with tricks, KETZAL'S Corridors only ramps up the urgency. Very unique for a puzzler. But of course, the same goes for Through Space, so what makes KETZAL'S Corridors the better game? Well, for starters, the 3DS. This concept is perfect for the system's 3D effect. Not only does it look awesome, but it's also a functional improvement. As you approach the walls, the 3D effect only increases that frantic sense. Not only are they coming toward you, but they look like it too. There are also nearly 100 levels in the single-player mode, as well as some bonus stages that shake up the concept. There are these towers where you basically have to play a game of Simon Says, for example, and that not only sharpens your skills, but it also breaks up the tedium of, just flying toward walls. Now, all these comparisons to Through Space are unavoidable, but again, they're a total compliment. That game introduced some really clever gameplay and stands as an underappreciated WiiWare standout. But KETZAL'S Corridors is even better. It's an improvement in almost every regard, and it's also one of those rare games that's actually better because of the 3D effect. It's a smart game, an addictive puzzler, and a proof of concept. That means it's also one of the eShop's best.
Yeah.